What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through my plan to make $100,000 trading Forex and how you can copy the same step-by-step process in order to accomplish this goal. So let's get straight into the video and I'll take you through the process. All right, everybody. So step one is just to get the basics down and to create a trading plan that you have back tested thoroughly using either bar replay on TradingView, which you can get for, I think it's around maybe $10 per month. So if you pay for the TradingView premium, you can get the access to bar replay where you can go back through previous data and backtest any strategy you like on historic market data. And what you want to do is get to the point where through your backtesting, you are averaging at least 3% per month consistently. And you have a clear understanding of when to enter, when not to enter, and all of the statistics behind your strategy, such as best times, best days, what pairs to trade, what time frames, all of that stuff, so that you have a very clear and concise trading plan that you can stick to when it comes to live trading, which brings us to the next step, which is to practice on a live account. So in the title, it says that you can make the six figures from a £500 investment. So what I suggest you do in order to keep that investment as minimal as possible is set up a £500 or $500 live account and then simply just risk £5 per trade. Obviously, you're not going to make any significant amounts of money on this account. If you average 3% per month, obviously that's only £15 per month. But what this is doing is it's giving you the confidence in your strategy to know that you can definitely make that 3% consistently. When real money is at risk and you have the added pressure of the psychology coming into it, which you don't obviously have during the back testing. And another thing that I suggest doing, and this has helped me a lot, is connect your account to a software called FX Blue, which is a free software. You connect your MT4 account to FX Blue, and it will basically tell you all of the statistics behind all of the trades you've ever taken. So it will tell you stuff like monthly percentage gain, average number of pips per trade. Any statistic you can think of will be included in the analysis on FX Blue. So you want to connect your account to that so that it logs your results, and then you have a way of tracking your progress, basically. Alongside that, you also want to be making sure you journal all of your trades. And the reason you want to do that is because when you journal your trades, you kind of ingrain in your mind what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. So let's say one of the things you decide to journal is that one of your particular entry models doesn't seem to be working. You can then go back through and maybe refine that entry model, look for the things that aren't working, correct them, and then that will obviously help you improve. Or you could even do things like journal psychological mistakes that you always recurrently make. So this could be stuff like getting scared to enter the trade, or entering too many trades, or if you're in drawdown or you're going through a losing streak, you lose hope in the strategy and you start strategy hopping, or things of this nature. And then the goal, like I mentioned in the start of this video, is a very attainable goal to anybody watching this video, is just to try and average 3% per month. A lot of people you see on Instagram and YouTube, particularly within the SMC space, preach these sort of like 1 to 50, 1 to 100 trades, making 10% every single month. In my opinion, that is quite unrealistic, and a more realistic goal, just to put that in perspective, is to make 3% per month. And that is all you need, as we will see later on when we come to the prop firms. 3% per month is literally all you need in order to make six figures in 1 year for trading Forex. So that brings us to the prop firm business plan. So this is now assuming that you're at the stage where on your small £500 live account, you are averaging 3% per month. And I would say for to define consistently in a more objective way, you want to at least make 3% on average over a 6-month period. Yeah, so 3% average over a 6-month period. And then I would say that you can classify that as pretty consistent. Obviously, the more data and the more time you have made that average, the better and the more confident you will be when you come to take the prop firm challenges. But if we get into this business plan now, first step is to withdraw that whole £500 balance from your live account and invest it into a 100K challenge, and in particular, one with a 0 time limit. So since we are averaging 3% per month, obviously it's quite unrealistic that we're going to try and make the 8% or the 10% within that 30-day period. Luckily now, most prop firms have a 0 time limit rule, which is fortunate for us, because if we can make that 3% average per month, it would take us around 5 months to pass the challenge. Obviously with the 10% and then the 5%, so that's 15% in total. So sorry, it would take us 5 months to pass. However, there's really no rush with these things. 5 months is fine. You want to basically play the long game and practice that consistency. Also, during the prop firm challenge, you will have time, if you take that long, to kind of adjust to the larger balances and the larger numbers, and your self-image will allow itself to catch up to obviously trading that 6-figure account, because you've gone from trading £500 to $100,000, which is quite a big difference. So now, since you're averaging 3% a month on the live account, you should be able to pass the challenge. The only difference is obviously the psychology of the numbers. And to get around this, what I recommend doing is only look at your trades on TradingView. Once you're in the trade on MetaTrader, don't look at the numbers, only look at TradingView, or don't look at the trade at all unless you actively manage the trades, which I personally don't do, but each to their own. You may personally manage the trades. If you do that, that's fine. Only look on TradingView. Don't look at the numbers, as that will mess with your psychology. A lot of the times as well, what I see people do wrong with the funded challenges is they come in and they try and pass within like 1 hour or 1 day. And they do this by using an excessive amount of risk. So they might risk, say, 5% of their account balance, because then the logic and rationale behind that is that if you risk 5%, you only need to make like a 1 to 1.5 to pass. Obviously, that's good if the trade does run in your favor, but if it doesn't, then you've pretty much blown the whole challenge, and that's obviously not ideal. And as for the other aspects of risk management, what we want to do is be focusing on taking only the highest probability setups, maybe 1 to 2 per week, definitely no more than 1 per day. As if you take more than 1 per day, the quality of your trades is obviously going to go downhill. There is no way you can find 1 or 2 perfect quality setups every single day. So yeah, focus on quality over than quantity, 1 or 2 per week. And that's all you need. Remember, we're only averaging 3% per month. So that is only 1 to 3 per month. You could literally take 1 trade and then you could be done. Okay, and then moving on to after the stage where we have passed the challenge and we've got onto the live account, we're not going to go and try and risk 1% just yet. What we're going to do is simply place a small lot size, so maybe a 0.01 or a 0.1, whatever you like, and make the account go into profit, because as soon as the account is in profit, you can then wait for the refund, get your £500 deposit out of the challenge, and then you've essentially got the access to that 100K capital risk-free. So now the worst case scenario, worst thing that can happen is you are back to where you started with the £500 and you have lost completely nothing. Then what we're going to do is we're going to move on to trading the account properly. So this is just like you did before on the £500 account. We're going to be placing trades like normal, same risk management, risk in 1%. And then as soon as we've made that 3%, we're going to stop, withdraw the profits. And then we're going to also with the £500 that we withdrew as the refund, reinvest it into a second challenge and connect the second challenge and the live one that you now have in a trade copier such as Social Trader Tools, which is a trade copier. It copies from one account to the other. So if you place a trade on one account, you'll also have the identical trade copied on the second account. So you don't have to sort of flick between accounts. So now we have technically 200K in funding. 100 is a challenge, 100 is live. And then we're simply going to keep repeating this process of passing the challenge, getting the refund, and reinvesting the refund into another challenge until we have at least 400K in funding. And then this is why I said we want to be averaging 3% per month, is because once we have the 400K in funding, the average of 3% per month is $115,000. And that is assuming we get an 80% profit split. A lot of prop firms even offer more than this, so an 85 or a 90% profit split, which then obviously would make you in excess of $120,000, maybe even more. And you can do this all through just averaging 3% per month, which is a very realistic goal for most traders out there. And this is exactly why we don't need to be making 10% every single month, like most marketers and Instagram traders will have you believe. And this is really it. It's a very simple concept. I know it's a lot easier to say it than it is actually doing it, but all we've got to do is practice on that small live £500 account, which we are keeping in mind the entire time, that even though we are only making around £15 per month on this account, that we still have the skill of making 3% per month. And in this case, the skill is much more important than how much money you're making for the time being, because then as soon as we have that skill, like I said, we can just go and invest in the prop firms and scale that to multiple six figures in funding. And then you're sorted, basically 3% per month and you're chilling. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it helped you, and I hope you can take something away from this video. As always, make sure to like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one.